Hey all, Magnum got delivered today, so this is going to be a real quick run through. I have not torn into the car in any meaningful way. That's going to come very soon, but this is just kind of a as it showed up, quick run through of the car. 2005 Dodge Magnum RT, it's the Hemi car. I'm just going to get started. It's goods and bads, but it's mostly bads. Wheels are hideously ugly. They've been badly painted. They were clearly had some corrosion on them beforehand. Tires are good. Back brakes don't look great. The rotors look like they've got some grooving from rust and age. So I'm going to expect rear rotors and pads are going to need to be done. Minor dents in the door here, don't really care. Front wheels are hideous too. Bumper's got scrapes and bumps, don't really care. Headlights are foggy. This fender is by far the worst thing on the car. Not only is it bent to hell, but I don't know what the heck stuff they were using to try and paint it. Some sort of translucent beige paint. Again with the wheels. Front brakes don't look bad just looking through, but obviously I'm going to get into them, and I suspect I'm going to end up just putting rotors and pads on the front too to be sure. These vent visors are all trash. They're coming off. This mirror doesn't work, so I'm going to be getting a replacement for that. There's the crease in the quarter with that same weird paint on it. This is the only visible rust on the car that I've found so far. Little, scratches have got rust and whatnot. This doesn't work. It feels like it's broken internally, so I've got to get a new motor for that. There's what almost looks like a BB hole in this light. The license plate light is hanging down. That's an easy fix. Looks like the screws just stripped out. The shocks are bad for this, but again, no big deal, I can get those. And the entire interior of the car is grimy, really grimy, I'm gonna pay somebody to take care of it for me grimy. I'm not a car detailer, I don't enjoy detailing cars, so I can pay somebody else to make that right. Front interior, leather is in good shape, all things considered. It's got some cracking, but it's not torn or anything. The center console, all this streaking, he said it was from the hand sanitizer he was using. Just basically when he would wipe his hands down, it would drip and then drool down here and wreck the finish. It's all dirty in there. Hopefully when they clean the car, maybe they can get that off. I don't know. 194.90 miles. Haven't tested the cruise control, but everything else up here works, including it has functional air conditioning, so bonus there. When I start the car up, you can hear the exhaust leak. The engine sounds pretty healthy. It has a check engine light on, but I already knew about that. The guy says it throws either an evap code or an O2 code, or both. The O2 code is probably because of the exhaust leak, but I'm probably just going to put whatever O2 sensors it says in it anyway to deal with that once and for all. Evap code is almost certainly because of this janky cold air intake that he did not put on the car. This is here when he bought it, and the map sensors held in by zip ties. So I'm going to try and get an OEM air box just for simplicity. If I can't, I'll get a better cold air intake. Other than that, no major leaks, no major nastiness here. Everything seems pretty much okay. Engine is cold, so I can do this. That's fine. It's not rusty. It doesn't have any oil in it. Yeah, the dipstick broke off and jammed itself in the tube. So the solution a prior owner did was to cut the tube so that this is now the dipstick, and it's the right length because the dipstick was jammed in it there. So it has a functioning dipstick, it just looks really, really stupid. So I may try and replace that. I may just put a sleeve on it so that it doesn't leak or it doesn't seem to be leaking, but yeah. So that's basically it. The engine compartment's got some grime. It looks like at some point somebody did some scrubbing, so it's probably grimier at some point. But it's not disgusting, it's not a mess. Minor seepage on that. I'm going to do an oil change. I'm going to put plugs in it. I'm going to take a look at the belts. I'm probably going to put a belt in it because they're cheap. And hoses seem okay, but I may just put hoses in it. Probably not right away, but before the winter. Yeah, so that's where we are. Obviously, like I said, I'm going to dig into it. One of the big things, these are known for front end part wear, so I'm going to do my best to inspect the front end before it goes for inspection in hopes that I find any issues ahead of time and save myself that hassle. But if they find something, whatever. A complete front end kit on this is under $300. I think it's even under $200. Entire lower control arm, inner and outer tie rods, end links, ball joint. So shouldn't be a big deal if the front end is shot. So yeah, that's where we are. And you know what? I'm going to take you for a quick spin up and down the street with it. You may come flying off the dashboard because you're just kind of, you're on a Gorilla Pod that's just kind of splayed on the dash. Oh, okay, that's broken, so I need that mount. Whatever. This is the kind of stuff I do whenever I buy a car, is find all the problems with it. This mirror, right? That mirror doesn't work. I am not gonna, like, this is not gonna be like power runs because I live on a small street that has kids on it, so I'm not gonna be that asshole. It's definitely got some authority to it though. Not hard to do a power run in this car. I don't love the Dodge interior. This is a very flat, very gray dashboard. I don't hate it either. I've heard that the 300 interiors from this pretty much swap in the dash. Goes right on with change of a couple of vents, which will also gain you automatic headlights. And if you change the HVAC system, you can get dual climate control. The seats swap in, which are apparently nicer seats, though these are in pretty good shape, so I'm not in a hurry to swap them out. Though apparently you can get heated seats. That has appealed to me. Yeah. The brakes work, but I don't like them. They just feel like... Oh, look, it's raining again. This car and rain. Yeah, they're... I don't know how to describe them as spongy. They just have to go quite a ways down to engage. It feels like the travel's too long. Which could just be that they're very worn out. It could be that they need a bleed. But the easiest solution is probably going to be throw rotors and pads on it and give the whole system a bleed. The front end feels pretty tight. I mean, I'm not crawling along right now, but the front end feels pretty tight. It doesn't have any obvious clunks or bangs. Hey, you're starting to fall. Hang on a second. Oh, now you get to see more headliner. I'm currently hitting all the bumps I can. Not hearing anything. It's not really bashing around. It's not fighting me. Transmission seems a little confused by what I'm doing. Ah! Apparently you didn't like that bump. Ah. Okay, I'm on a slightly wider street right now, and there's nobody around, so... Oh yeah, that's got some authority. The traction control kicked in right away. But once it got it found a grip. It found a grip. So that's where I am. Brakes, definitely mirror, because that's going to annoy the piss out of me. Rear wiper motor, because that's going to annoy the piss out of me. This little clip, because it's going to annoy the piss out of me. Exhaust, O2 sensors, airbox. I was going to start tearing it apart. You're going to get a video of me like digging in and looking at those brakes and whatnot, but it started to rain, so that'll be put off for another day. So yeah, that's where we are. My new car, my new toy. I'm liking it already. It doesn't seem to have anything that's direly wrong with it. I'm especially happy that there's no scary noises from the suspension. Like I said, I'm going to check it again once I got the car apart. But that's where we are. Once I get a chance to tear into it, you'll see that. And then we're going to go forward from there. Talk to you later. Bye.